Hope you guys are having a good morning. I decided not to put a hat on today. I decided not to put a hat on in this live stream, in this video. This video is going to be really, really good. This is something I just was thinking about. And I was just sitting here talking. You know, you got this inner voice that's inside of you. It's an inner voice. This inner voice is telling you to do something, right? But the inner voice, right, is telling you to go over things that you are thinking about inside your head, thinking about the wins that you need to win, thinking about the leveling up that you need to do, right? So you going over it with inside of your thoughts and understanding. And you may be upon this path or you may not be upon this path, but you going over ideas, you going over scenarios, you going over placing those or yourself in position so that you can win and ultimately so that the future can win. And the future is the children that's coming up behind you guys inside your neighborhood. And this is where we start to destroy generational curses and start to build generational wealth. And how do we do that? It starts with knowledge first. It starts with knowledge first. Actually, start with knowledge first. Right? Knowledge is the big tool and is essential so that we can get ahead in life. It starts with knowledge first. Without knowledge, without knowledge, there will be no existence as we see it in the spiritual realm and in the physical realm in all the worlds. Why as I'm saying this, and what is this title about? Now, you probably heard this title before because I gave this video before and this topic and this content before to talk about that you are a winner. That you are a winner. Yes, you are. You are a winner. And why the reason why I'm saying that you are a winner is because you have all of the tools, everything that you need to win and not be selfish and to spread it amongst each and everybody in your community, in your family, in your loved ones, and your friends. Yes, you do. You do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You see, I don't have a problem with you procreating a social club. We used to have social clubs long time ago. We used to have social clubs where we would gather up, we would talk about motion and movement. Peace, 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 brother. Good morning, peace. We used to have physical social clubs. Our social clubs and everything else was destroyed. That's just a little history. Was destroyed. Where did we gather up and we build one another up? Fashion, music, content, and everything else. And I'm just talking about in our civilization, able civilization. We had the nail salons, we had the barbershops, we had the laundry mats. You know, we pretty much had everything. All of these things have been taken away from us. What was given to us was this gangster persona life in this street life, in the street corners, which we call social clubs, right? So this content is social clubs, right? The social clubs that we had, we're talking about building and destroying and preparing for the years to come ahead, even though we may not know it, and to tap in to our foreverness and to get information out of our foreverness. And our foreverness is that spirit mixed in with spirituality, right? I was just sitting here in my house, sitting on my bed, and I just started thinking, thinking. And as I think, and I know and understand, and I think deep. I'm talking about deep. I think deep, very deep. It's a constant thing. And it's become a part of my life. It become a part of my life now. I can't shut it off. The only time it shuts off, it never shuts off. How about that? It never shuts off. Even when I'm resting, I'm always thinking, and something always going. I'm dreaming. There's something to offer the universe. There's something to offer civilization. There's something to offer mankind. There's something to offer able descendants. Yes, this is true, right? So this is part one of our neighborhood, right? Our neighborhood is what? What is our neighborhood? Social clubs, right? Social clubs. Social clubs, right? The corners have turned into social clubs. Our neighborhoods have turned into a war path upon each other. Now, this took years and years to procreate, where the word you may use is create, but it's procreate because we can't create anything. We can procreate because your ideas and your thoughts and everything else is a gift upon you. It's a gift. It's a gift. So you procreate. The creator creates. So, why as I'm saying this, I want you to take the time out to use these social clubs that we call corners into laboratories. You want to use them for laboratories while you gather up. Now, I don't recommend that you use alcohol and drugs and everything else and the synthetic weed, stuff like that. You know, I understand the matrix. I understand that people want to cope with the pain and they want to live this life and everything else. I get it. I get it. I used to do it. You know, I did it. I did it at one particular time in my life. But I want you to break the generational curse because it's a curse and a gift that's on these corners or in our neighborhoods. You go around, check and look around. A lot of people is gone. They gone. They no longer here. What's up, Rob? Peace. Rob is here in the building. I appreciate Rob is in the building. Thank you so much, Rob. Thank you for being here. You know, people is gone. People are gone, you know, because of living this life. This life has took many, and it doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what color you are, what race you come from, what civilization. If you're bark on this life, it'll take you under. And that's exactly what it does. That is its objective. So that you won't be a part of this social club. Now, this social club have many different subjects in this social club. It has science, it has history, right? As we see, our school has history, it has math, chemistry, and then as we go on, it gets more advanced. As we go on in life, it gets more advanced. It gets more advanced, right? If you look around some of our neighborhoods, we have inadequate knowledge, inadequate information, inadequate the tools of technology to need to get your community to the next thing smoking. And the next thing smoking is to lead in society, leading the world to a better future. To a better future, right? To a better now, to a better present. How about that? Let's use that word present. To a better present, right? So that later on in life, maybe these thoughts of understanding can last forever. Just by you coming up with these thoughts and understanding, unraveling some secrets that is there for mankind that have not been tapped in yet to touch, you may be the one of that social club, right? It's not just gathering up, talking about having motion and movement, about criminal activities. Now, I'm not saying that's what you're doing, having criminal activities. But if you are, you can take those criminal activities and turn them around into success. Because, the first thing that a lot of people think about is these criminal activities of violence and getting to this money or whatever the case may be, because it's always easy access, right? But it don't last forever because you got to keep procreating in order to get to this money or whatever else, right? It doesn't last forever. What lasts forever is that social club that you are on and that you are dialoguing with your friends and your family and your loved ones into a better present. Into a better present. And the reason why I use this present is because you don't know what's going to happen in the future, because you might be all dead and gone. But to focus on the present, and the present can pass on for years upon years upon years just by your thought, just by you thinking, just by you using the sun, the moon, and stars, and everything else for your social club, instead of using it for a criminal enterprise or a criminal activity. Because physically, all of our social clubs, all of our vibes and all our energy was taken away. And we was debased and placed upon these corners. Now, this ain't nothing that you never heard before. You heard this before, right? And I'm getting into the thought and the diabolical plot of our civilization, of all civilization, wasn't planned for you. It wasn't pathed out for you, but it was pathed out for you and planned for you by others to destroy you. Yes, 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 yes. It's very difficult and hard to wean yourself off this behavior. I know that. To wean yourself off this behavior is difficult and hard, but it can be done because I'm the example to let you know that it could be done. But it takes a process. But in that process, I don't want you to make a hasty move or a judgment move that may cost you your life, that may cost you your freedom, that may cost you being taken away out of society and becoming fertilizer and becoming organ donors and becoming into the darkness over and over and over again in these plantations and become live cattle to be moved. I don't want that from you. I don't want that for you. Why? Because that shouldn't be for nobody, but it's there. It's there to stop your growth and development, to stop your social club. That's why the gathering up and congregating up to talk has been frowned upon by society and everywhere else. Gathering up and talking about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in ciphers and squares and circles really, really important. If it's positive, it's going to take off somewhere. If it's negative, these entities are there to aid you into your criminal activities and your thoughts and everything else. Now, I'm not saying something that you don't know already. They know what you're doing. They know what you're doing. But they don't know what you're doing. You understand? So the reason why I'm saying this is because I want you to change the narrative of your social club, of your gathering, of your congregating up into success, right? Having motion and movement and working for the city is amazing. All it takes is 5 of your guys, 10 of your guys. I'm going to say 5. All it takes is one. That one person can change the narrative of the whole entire community of being successful or coming back to the social club that is the corner to show everybody I did it. It's not showing off. It's showing to you and everybody that's doing these acts, like, listen, come on this side. I'm telling you right now. It's to save you, right? Because I'm not looking in the eyes of you. I'm looking past you into the eyes of the future of the young children that the mothers take going to school each and every day. I'm looking into their eyes. Because I know and understand that you're not going to listen and that you need to go through it in order to understand what I'm saying. Because you don't believe that doodle stink, but it does. So I have to let you go through it so you can understand this platform, so you can understand my words, so you can understand my pain, so you can understand my trauma, so you can understand my depression that I went through in life of being part of these social clubs, the corners that took many to the afterlife, into 25 to life, into non-existent period. Yes. Yes. I want you to understand that. I'm coming from a place of spirituality. I'm coming from a place which I love you. Because I am of Abel descendants. Peace and blessings be upon Abel that was murdered by Cain. Yes. These things that I talk about with you and to you is really, really important for our growth and development as a civilization over here in the West, in the West, in the West. Yes. So this is part 1 of Social Club. Social Club. Each and every one of you have a special ability, right? Each one of us has a special ability to do something. You may be a person that's a teller, that's a designer, that is an artist, that is a mathematician, that is a scientist, a chemist. You even have the one that deals with the tech world and the digital world. Each of these careers and profession, you can uplift your life and your family and your community. Yes. How is it, Austin? How is that? How is that? How can I don't have the tools. I don't have college. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have the material. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You have it. You have it. You have the best thing that man can have in their life, that mankind can have. You have the communication and you have the spirit, which is a duplication of the Alpha Omega, and the Alpha Omega is it, but with limitation. You have that. He will let you know. He will let you know where the material is at. He will let you know where to go. He will let you know where to go in the world so you can make it happen for your community and your society and your family. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. You just got to believe. You just got to believe and turn your social club and your laboratory and your scientist office into success so that when the children in the morning are passing to go to school, they say, look at uncle, look at auntie. He's a bus operator. He works for housing. He works for the federal government. He's a police officer. He's a firefighter. He works for the state. He works for this. She works for that. And then every one of y'all put money into the pot to take back your neighborhood, to build laboratories, to build scientists' office, to build what? To build everything to level you up. And that's how you kill, right? That's how you kill generational curses, and that's how you build generational wealth. You heard what I said? Generational worth. Generational worth. Because each and every one of us have our own generation. Each and every one of us. But collectively, that's to kill the generational curses and to build the generational worth. That means each and every one of us are worth more than money. Yes. Yes. I want you to understand that, brothers and sisters. I want you to help me navigate to success. I want you to help me navigate through darkness. I want you to help navigate through confusion. I want you to help me navigate through the pains and problems and sufferings of traumas of drugs and alcohol and the synthetic weed and trapping for sneakers and wares that was placed upon our communities and our societies and our civilization. I want you to help me navigate to that. So this is part one of the corner is the social club. It has a pros and cons, but I want you to put the pros into actions. I want you to put the pros into existence. I want you to put the pros into foreverness. And it starts with you. Start with you, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I want you guys to have an amazing, amazing day. Right? And to add in the fist, this is the year of the fist. Brothers and sisters, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, this is the year of the fist. Pay homage to the fist. Pay homage to the fist. I really, really appreciate it. And look into the fist. Look into the fist. Right? The fist is very, very powerful. And I want you to understand that. And use your foreverness. Conquer your social club. Peace, y'all. Peace, peace.